Hello, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a Star Trek the Roleplaying Game story from years ago. It's a family game night video. This is a story that happened years ago. I was running a game of Star Trek the Roleplaying Game, and we had 5 players. We had Stan, who played, and we drew randomly for the positions. We had Stan, who was running the commanding officer, the captain. We had Robbie, who was running the executive officer. We had Larry, who was running the chief medical officer. We had Tim, who was running the security chief. And we had Greg, who was playing the chief engineer. And what had happened was these players loved Star Trek, but had never played before. I'd met them at a local gaming store, and I agreed to run a game for them. They wanted to see what it was like to play the role-playing game, so I said sure. The first day that we met, we made up characters, and making up characters for that can be a little involved. It took quite a bit of time, and we made up the characters, and then I explained the game system basics to them. That way, they kind of knew what they were talking about and what they were doing. The second day we met, a few days later, they made an easy supply run aboard their starship, and I don't even remember what the name of the starship was. But they made an easy run, and it was a supply run to a colony on a planet on the frontier, and they did a good job. They did okay, no problems. There wasn't any serious things. It ran pretty fluidly, you know. The third game, I figured I'd up the ante a little bit. I told them they had to visit a world where the natives were extremely hedonistic, but they had a drug that was needed for another planet. And this ship was supposed to go and negotiate for this drug. Okay. Evidently, when this particular group of players heard the term drug, they got a whole different idea going than what I had planned. They had different ideas of honor than I was accustomed to as well. Their idea of service to the Federation was less than exemplary. Greg, the engineer, used the transporter to beam the drugs up. Yeah, he stole them. Didn't want to negotiate. He said, "Oh, we don't have to negotiate. We'll just take them." The executive officer and the security chief kidnapped 20 women and sold them as sex slaves to the Ferengi. Yeah, not exactly the Federation officers you want on board your ship. And one of the funnier ones, the chief medical officer, replicated and sold recreational pharmaceuticals to the natives because they were hedonists, right? So he's creating, replicating recreational drugs and sending them down, selling them to the natives. Yeah, he made a bundle. They all made money off of this, and I thought the captain would, put a stop to it, but no, he falsified the records for a 25% cut. He was in on it. Needless to say, that was the last game I played with them. They couldn't get it in their head that the Federation was the good guys. And I tried. I couldn't impress upon them that the Federation was the good guys. They just didn't want to. I didn't know what the hell they wanted to do, but it wasn't Star Trek. So yeah, that was the last game I played with him. Ay. Drug dealing, pimping, and theft. Ay. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.